Greetings, everyone. This is Payman Lorenzo. Greeting, everyone. This is Payman Lorenzo, your host of the LWAH podcast. Tonight, today, this morning, depending on whatever in this beautiful world you are, we have two continents right now. We have Asia and North America. So tonight we have another live Q&A call with my wonderful and amazing publisher, that lady in pink or purple. Yes, Mary Gooden. She's the most amazing human being, friend, and also publisher. And she's here with us to talk about a very exciting project I'm working on, which is volume number 2 of my multi-authored book. As I'm going to be, this month is a special month. I'm celebrating my 3-year anniversary of my podcast in 3 weeks' time, which is also right around my birthday. And also, as I'm fast approaching episode 300, so absolutely phenomenal. And to celebrate all these blessings, I will be launching volume number 2. And and my book is by invitation only, exclusively to not only the people from my podcast, but some of the handpicked based on their. I'm not just looking for inspiring, empowering stories. I'm looking for people who have truly goosebump inducing stories. And every person in this call, my brother Mo and Snow from Kuala Lumpur, I met in person. Wonderful Anais, phenomenal lady. The smiles and hugs lady, the happiness lady, Amanda. A few other people wanted to attend, but they couldn't make it. Louisa was here, phenomenal lady from Toronto, but she had to leave. She had an emergency, but I'll be sending them the replay, and other people that I've called with this week and next week. So anyways, absolutely amazing people. And we are here today to know more about each other and about this phenomenal journey that this volume number 2 is going to be. So anyways, welcome everyone. Very honored, blessed for you guys to be here. Thank you for taking the time in your busy schedule. For Mo and Snow for starting your day at 8:30 in the morning in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thank you, guys. Amanda, you're in the US. What time zone are you in?
I'm in Central, so it's perfect timing for me. About 7:45.
All right. Anais, you're in Philadelphia, so it's 8:45 to 9. Thank you for spending your Tuesday evening with us. And of course, last but definitely not least, the one and only one, Mary Gooden. Ooh,
it's fun. That's my motto. Let it be easy, let it be fun. And I'm holding down the Pacific Coast here in Arizona for another month. And then we're going to swap into Mountain, and I'm just going to hold it down. But I'll be with Amanda soon also. So thank you, Payman. Thank you, everyone, for showing up, catching the replay. Thank you for being willing to learn more about sharing your story. As Payman said before, he hit the record button and the live button. That's what this is about. And it's about sharing our truth and sharing who we really are. I made a post about it today. It's time to stop hiding and to actually put our hearts and our stories back into the universe where they belong. There's nothing that we should be ashamed of or feel guilty about. And if there's one thing I've learned about storytelling, it alleviates us from all of that junk that we've been buried by for decades. I just got off a call about it because this is what it is all about. You know, we spent most of our lives hiding the most delicious parts of our life. And I know that they didn't feel delicious when they were happening, but they were meant to be shared. We made it through, right? Because you can hear me now. They were meant to be shared as inspiration. They were meant for us to showcase. And I'll use those words. They are meant for us to boast about, to share in authenticity, to be vain about. This is our life. This is what I've walked through. And this is the gift that walking through that part of my life has granted me. And that's my story too. I shared my first story just a shy 3 years ago. It wasn't even that long ago. But the whole world opened up for me after I did. And I mean that. The whole world opened up for me after I put my vulnerable story about being divorced after so many years, about completely choosing my mission and purpose and watching everything that I had built fall away. And I really wanted to hide that. In fact, I was taught to hide that. Like, don't tell people that. They don't want to hear what happened to you, because then they too would feel bad. You know, it always became about guilt and shame until I wrote about it. I'm remarried, and I have a delicious and delightful story of that too. But I wrote about my divorce and my custody battles and my high-priced lawyers and resigning from my corporate evolution and all the things that kind of felt like I should have felt guilty about, or why did this happen to me? But when I wrote about it, it was like all the nuggets came in, all the things of like, look at how you can share this as inspiration. Look at how your heart just opened up. Look at how you can be grateful for every ounce of your life now. That's what it did for me. So much fun the first time. I didn't have an online business when I did it either. My mentor and the publishing house that published that story in Phoenix, who later showed me how to become or open the doors to publishing for me. She was coming to my moon circles. I was hosting moon circles in the French Quarter of New Orleans. It was part of me opening myself up. This is who I am, right? I can hear for the universe. I can see for the universe. I can share from the universal perspective. And I didn't know what she was going through. And I never asked her, because I don't ask. If you want to tell me your story, I've got an energy that says it's okay to share it. But she finally did. And she was coming off of delivering stillborn, her third child. Like, she was coming out of some serious trauma. Like, why did this happen to me? And I never knew, but for some reason she was there for 8 months only, and she came to every moon circle because she was healing. She was getting medicine from me to heal this trauma. Later, she invited me to a book, and then I did a second book about how I'm shining. I shared about my gifts the second time around, which those of you that are going to do this again with Leaders of a Heart, you get to actually share how you're leading with your gifts. And it just opened me up. 8 months later, I was a hybrid publishing house. I was holding space for other people to share their stories. Deeper than that, I was holding space for people to remember who they were, and they felt safe to do it. And we put it out there for the whole world to see, and the universe gives back. The universe just started giving back all kinds of people and opportunities. As we talked on the last week, I have changed the terminology ROI to receiving opportunities immediately. It's not about how much money you have. It's about how many opportunities are sitting in your backyard. And that's how we change the world. We have changed the world. It's already shifted. The consciousness has shifted to love. I live in the frequency of love. I live in the frequency of joy. And I love holding space for others so that they can release their deepest and darkest parts of them, so their gifts can be seen, heard, and valued on a global platform. That's who I am. More than that, let it be easy, let it be fun. There's no part of this experience that I ever want to feel like a job or an expectation. I move away from words like deadlines to we want to receive. We're going to receive your chapter by this date. So I really shift the terminology. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be easy. And newsflash, when that's the frequency we're holding as a collaboration container, guess how many people move towards us? That person's fun. This is going to be easy. That's what we all want. And tapping into that, for me, that's my life. I spend a lot of time in nature. For those of you that want to know about me, I spend a lot of time anchoring into the limitless resources that I know are always available to us, right? You can go outside and you can just check in with all of the fear and scarcity mindset and quickly recognize that all of that is BS. But I spend a lot of time out there listening in, tuning in to how to hold space as we create loving and lasting change. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I mean, there's a lot of pivots in there, but my biggest pivot was choosing my mission and purpose over everything, over my children, over my marriage, over all of it. But I'm very vocal about it. Like, if the world asks me to move, shift, deliver, I move, shift, and deliver. That's what I'm given the gift really the gift has been given to me to be breathing in this lifetime. Because one of the mantras in my little book, I breathe, therefore I prosper.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mary.
I
Love
don't even know
having
what I
you.
said. That was me. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Love your passion, your energy, your firecracker. Love that. One thing I just want to piggyback on what you said is that, we all have our fair share of, hard times, challenges, heartbreaks, tragedies. Sure, they hurt a lot when we go to them, but then they become our story. Then our story becomes our gift, and then our gift become our duty and responsibilities. One of my most profound realizations since I had my awakening the past 3 years was, sure, we all know life is a school. We are here to learn, grow, and become wiser and better, but that's only 5% of why we are here. The 95% is taking those gifts, those lessons, those wisdom, and sharing them with others to whatever way. For me, it's through speaking to my books. For someone else, might be through painting, through music, through basketball, sports, whatever. Find your outlet and share your gift. This is why we are here ultimately, so we can all collectively rise. And this is what is the theme of volume number 2. What is your gift? How are you sharing your gift around you and around this world and this beautiful planet? So we're going to talk about that in a moment. But first, let's have a quick introduction. Each of you guys, 30 seconds. Starting first, ladies first. Anais.
I wasn't sure how we were going to approach this evening. I'm Anais. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. For 33 years, I have worked around the world with clients in really dire straits, critical burn care, pediatric oncology, very deep, dark, emotional life patterns that are causing them to be in despair. And the work that I do is with anyone who is looking for an energetic solution to finding their way to what I call the yes, please, more thank you lifestyle, where you're being who you're meant to be. You're definitely sharing why you're here, and knowing that that doesn't have to be something that aligns with celebrity or with wealth. There's so many unsung, quote, heroes all over the planet who every day make such a profound difference in so many people's lives. So that's the work that I do. And I've written a book, and I've got tons of content. I have clients all over the place. And I'm really looking forward to being in this project. I feel that I am a leader with a heart. I've been a leader with a heart for a long, long time.
You were born.
And I feel really, I agree with you, Mary, that we finally arrived at a time of safety. And it was very dicey in some of the years when I was moving around and waking up and waking other people up. It was really dicey. So we just keep leading with our hearts and keep going. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Amanda, spread your smiles and happiness for us. You're muted. Unmute yourself, please.
Hey, better?
Yes.
Okay. Yay. I'm Amanda. I am spreader of the happy. I am all about the hugs and smiles, and finding the happy in the crappy. That's one of my main things. Yeah. So I think happiness is a very, very important ideal principle, and it's very much overlooked, I think. Even though there are industries, geared to, self-help and all this kind of things, that it's still very much, people don't realize the impact that it really plays in our lives. And I think the happier we are, the more productive we are, the better we are. And just that feeling of happiness just lights me up in my heart, and I want everybody to feel that same way. And I'm creator of a group called SHAPE, which stands for Spreading Happiness Across Planet Earth. And basically, that's my deal. I want to bring smiles for miles and have people holding hands and hearts and joining in happiness. And just to be there, my Facebook group, it has we've actually gotten over 800 people now. I'm thrilled. We have 800 people, 52 countries, and I am just amazed at the engagement that people have from all over who never have seen each other, met each other, heard of one another, but when they've met that in that group, have become friends on Facebook. And that right there just makes me smile even more, because that's just connection, building on connection and connection. And it's just, that's that beautiful thing I just wish everybody had. And what Mary's showing right there is called shape cards. And those are little business card, little bundles of joy that on the front, it has the project shaped logo. And on the back, it has a handwritten happy note by me. The notes are hugs and smiles. You are awesome. Thank you. Great job. Have a beautiful day. And these can be passed out anytime, anywhere, to anybody. And these shape cards are they're the tangible way to spread happiness across planet Earth. Like, I'm doing it virtually with Project Shape, physically with the shape cards. Also, I've contributed to 2 books published by Mary. And guess what? Now, number 3 payment, I'm letting you know. Happy birthday, number 3.
Thank you.
Y'all inspired. I saw last week's I saw the replay from last week, and it's on. I'm excited, and just so thrilled to meet everybody, and want to spread happiness with you guys.
Thank you. You're amazing. First of all, I'm humbled. Thank you. I'm honored, blessed for you to be in the book. You're one of the people I really wanted, because you've been, I adore receiving messages from you. They're always full of huge smileys, and there's more smileys than words in your messages. You know that.
I know.
I thought I was the one that was always putting too many smileys, but then you way beat me, you know?
Yeah.
I'd love to speak to Amanda too, because in her first chapter that she wrote in Sacred Surrender, she talked about these cards. And after I read about the cards is when I was like, Amanda, this is easy. Let's put this in action. So it's so neat what these projects get to do.
And that's another thing. I'm going to be doing a podcast with Payment tomorrow. I have no idea when it's going to be aired, but basically the title that I'm going to go with is From Yes to Hell Yes. And basically I'm going with talking about from saying yes to my first book in Sacred Surrender and what has happened in my life since then, and all the spiraling up that has gone on, and the people I've met, the projects I've done, and just all the beauty that these books can inspire.
Amanda, I just want to say that first of all, share the link where we can get your cards. I'm gonna order some myself, and then I can't wait for our podcast tomorrow. I have about 25 episodes behind. I'm gonna release episode 276 today, but you know what? Because you're so wonderful, I'm gonna put our episode right at the front of the queue. So here's gonna be the next one to be. If we do it tomorrow, then it's gonna tomorrow. Well, when you said tomorrow, here is Wednesday morning. So whatever it is, it's probably tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday for me. Friday or Monday at the latest, it's gonna go out. Just because it's
wow.
Yes.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
the least I can do. That's the least I can just say. Thank you. And I was in Sacred Surrender as well. We did the same 2 books with Mary, Sacred Surrender and Revolutionary Leaders. And now it's my 4th project with Mary. This is volume number 1, volume number 2. I'm blessed. Seriously, I was listening to you. Seriously, I was getting emotional. I was holding tears of joy and happiness and gratefulness. So thank you. All right, next, the guy with the best name of one of my idols, Zidan. Brother, tell us about you.
Good morning once again. Yes, my name is Mo Zidan. Zidan is the family name. As I mentioned, I'm from Egypt originally, but I left a long time ago. Now I live in Malaysia. My background, I worked a little bit in tourism, and then after that, I shifted to IT. I was working for Facebook in the sales team here in Kuala Lumpur. Then I worked for Food Panda, if you guys know it. It's a food delivery app, as head of operations. Then I had a company doing websites and apps and marketing campaigns and all that. And after that, I shifted to people, not businesses. And I started focusing on how people communicate and how we send and receive energy and how important that is. Right now, I added to the mixed style. So I also focus on how people look, not just how they speak. My job now, I am an image and communication specialist. I help people how they look, help people how they look better and behave better, and even use their body language and environment into their advantage to unlock their potentials. That's all.
I gotta say that I met Mo at a social event in Kuala Lumpur, what, 2 months ago, and he preaches what he talks. Even for social events, he's the best dressed guy, even in the sweltering heat of Kuala Lumpur, like 90%, 100% humidity, is always wearing a suit. So, and I said, brother, how the hell do you do it? I tried wearing a suit just for one day, but I was just walking out of the shower. But this guy's wearing a suit every day. Very fashionable, very classy. So thank you, brother. I appreciate you. You're amazing.
You're very welcome, though. Not a full suit, though. I don't put the tie. I'll give you the secret now on air. How do I wear a suit when it's very humid and very hot in KL every day? The secret is an undershirt. So I always wear a 100% cotton undershirt.
Okay.
A lot of people think that would make me hotter, but the reality is it keeps you dry and cooler. That's all.
Beautiful, practical tip for the men, and maybe for the ladies too, you know. All right, last but definitely not least, my brother from another mother. You know, I met this guy, Mary Snow. It's actually in January. I was in Thailand. I was about to go to Malaysia. I made a post on my Facebook. I'm going to Malaysia, and Beverly, of all people, said, "Hey, I have a friend in Malaysia. Do you want me to connect?" So absolutely. We connected the next day, and this guy would become, long story short, my older brother, my big brother. He took me under his wing and opened KL for me. Snow, brother, honored to having you with us.
I know I said that I never would, but then I thought that I never could, but I did.
Glad you did.
What I did is a poem. That poem, But I Did, was published in 1979, and it's become somewhat of my mantra for many, many years. I didn't quite understand what it meant back then. I was only 8 years old, but it's been shaping and forming my entire life up until now. My name is Snow. I am, amongst a number of things, an entrepreneur and a creator of this brand, Eyeballing, which Eyeballing stands for International Balling. It's an international competition platform. And I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with it. It terrifies me. I have no idea, but the force, it's a force that's pulling me so strongly in this direction that's causing me to want to just drop everything I've ever done in the past and just do this. Now, in the past, I guess I've had a pretty interesting lifestyle. I've done a lot of stuff. I've done too much. 24 years serving in the military, military diplomat, special operations. Here in Malaysia as a retiree, civilian now, doing other business. World leaders, logistics for President Obama, King of Qatar, Prince Charles. You name it, world leaders that come in for official state visits. I've had my hands in on it to some extent, but I'm looking to drop all. People are pulling me back into that world, and I just don't want to go. I want to do this brand right here because this most likely, for sure, will be my legacy. It's me giving back to societies, all those global communities I've taken so much from, travel, lived and worked in probably over 30 countries, and met incredible people. But from a military standpoint, from a logistics standpoint, that mindset, that's one thing. When I met this guy Payman, and wow, Mary, you guys, that book has literally changed me. It's such a simple concept, right? It's an easy read, but it seemed like everyone's stories inside that book I connected with. And what I like about it more than anything is that these are not just stories that's out there. These are real people that I can actually reach out and touch and spend time with if I need to. By the way it was crafted, so I'm really excited about this project, and it's helping me formulate, on this path and this journey of entrepreneurship that I'm on. Since meeting this dude Payman, I've been a beneficiary of all of you guys in this orbit, to include Mo, who's helped me with my, oh my God, my website's incredible. He helped me with my website, giving me that platform, internationalballing.com. iBalling stands for International Balling. So the website is internationalballing.com. I encourage you all to take a look at it.
And one thing I want to add about you,
Oh,
if you have any questions about NFTs, that's your guy.
and I put my jacket on because Mo mentioned, because Lorenzo mentioned he's the best dressed person he's seen, and I got kind of jealous of my jacket on.
Best dressed person with snow. Let me add to that.
There you go.
Always wearing a jacket.
Hmm.
Yeah, and Mary, one thing that Snow does that is very powerful, he also talked to me a few times, and sometimes when I asked him, he can't stop talking because he's so passionate about it. That's NFTs. He made an offer for me, and also maybe that's gonna extend that to you as well. For every contributor that decides to be part of it, is gonna make them some NFTs. So tell us more about that briefly, Snow.
Yeah, so I've partnered up with a company building the launch of the metaverse, and we were doing. I've catapulted and grasped onto the NFTs. NFTs have the negative connotations, of course. Cryptocurrencies is a thing that some people can't wrap their head around. I'm not a big I'm not a big facilitator or supporter of NFTs in the sense of cryptocurrency and investments. I'm not saying anything bad with it. It's just that it's not for me. But NFTs, making them into a loyalty program is where I'm looking at focusing. I minted 2 million NFTs for Payman in his book. So if you were to, I'll send the link out somewhere, but you can go out to collect one of Payman's NFTs for his Leaders with the Heart book that you guys did, the volume 1. Yeah. And going forward, I'll mint the next ones for all the contributors in the book to have their own set of NFTs. And again, this is just for a loyalty program. Say like Starbucks at a coffee shop, where if you buy a cup of coffee, you get a stamp. You collect 10 stamps, you get some type of perk or discount, or free cup of coffee. So in this case, you take one of Payman's courses, and he's going to give you one or a package of NFTs just for your collection for his NFT loyalty program. Collect so many and receive whatever he offers. So this is what I'm looking to work with entrepreneurs with, and building their NFT loyalty program.
That's fascinating. It sounds a lot like a new stream of affiliate, kind of like an affiliate piece, but giving back to those that buy into you. I love that. I'm on all the rewards programs, by the way. Starbucks included, but right. I love that people can collect something and then get some, enhance the value that you send to them. I think that's brilliant. That's the first time I've heard of NFTs, but forgive me for being in an really energetic universal, like, da-da.
Let's add that.
Crystals behind me.
Let's add that.
Well, I think that's really interesting because there's so many ways to communicate with people, how to connect, and how to bring their value to your value, or how to bring their gratitude to your gratitude. And I think it's a really interesting thing to do. And I have some ideas. I have a product line that is, it's frequency embedded water, and boy, does it do great stuff. And so when I think of how I'm working, writing a book, because a physical book, is a pretty dictionary. You know what I mean? It's on the table to learn from each other.
Sorry, guys, I had a connection issue. Apologies for that. Sorry, what were we saying?
It's okay.
Anais, I lost you. You froze. Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just saying how this is a really interesting opportunity to learn from each other how we lead, and then how to share it with something that some people think of as a stationary object, a book, which it is not. There are all kinds of energies flying through a book, through the words and the energies of the ideas. So this is really kind of, as Mary says, if it isn't fun, it's not worth doing.
Absolutely. Love that. All right. Yeah, absolutely love that. But also, Mary, let's start adding, maybe as an, just putting that out there. Maybe even for you, that would be something amazing to connect with Snow and see how you can implement the NFTs to all of your, for all of you guys. One of the things I love about these collaboration is don't be shy, reach out to each other, connect to each other, see how you guys can not to sell to each other, but collaborate, work together to 1 + 1 = 11, expand your reach and create more magic together. I'm sure there's a lot of synchronicity between all of you guys. Reach out to each other. This is for me, this is one of the most powerful benefits of any collaboration, as the people you meet, the networking and all that. So tap into each other's, get on calls, talk, see how we can help each other.
What do they say? Heard. I heard you, Payman. Yeah, I'd love to learn about it. Of course, I'd love to get on a call with Snow.
We will.
Yes. Yeah, we'll all get linked up.
Even I invited you even before when we were in KL. I told you when you're ready, brother, I can bring you on. You can do like a short masterclass, so you can share and
Yes,
on NFTs, and how all of us, we mostly coaches, service providers, business owners, we can implement that in our businesses, especially as a loyalty reward program, because that's what it's the most powerful for.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm looking forward to helping folks with, is just to create an NFT loyalty program for their own brand and for their own products. That's it. It's relatively straightforward. It's not straightforward. NFTs, there's nothing straightforward about NFTs and cryptocurrency, right? But keep that complication off to the side, and let's just talk about how one of your clients, one of your customers buy one of your products, and then you just send them the link so that they can select their own NFT, and let them do the work. Because again, I could put the link, if I was savvy enough, I could put the link to Payman's NFTs right here in this chat. Anyone with a crypto wallet can go out there and collect. I think it costs like 87 cents or 65 cents, something to that extent. Nothing too costly. But for Payman going forward, folks who contribute to his books or to his programs, then he can just deposit a set of NFTs into one's wallets for their reward. What we're doing for the Eyeballing brand is you're being part of the Eyeball and NFT loyalty program. So once we get to that stage, every month there'll be a lucky draw to where a lucky winner will receive something. And that something in my mind is one of your products. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So, example, a lucky draw to someone over in New Zealand, they might win a copy of Payman's book.
Thank you. Awesome.
That's just the way that it just kind of starts. It goes around. So that's the NFT loyalty program. Never mind the cryptocurrency and its investment piece. Just receiving something in your wallet, and then 3-4 months from now, 2-3 years from now, all of a sudden you get a message that says, "Hey, you were part of the lucky draw." Simple.
Beautiful. That's exciting. Thank you, Stan. We'll definitely please connect with each other, and I'll definitely schedule a call with you so you can do a live masterclass. Look forward to that, brother. Awesome. Mary, tell us more about this beautiful journey that we're embarking on. You're muted.
And I thought I had clicked on muted. Well, I had clicked it, but it just didn't
No
happen.
worries, no worries. Go
That's
ahead.
just technology. It's a done for you service, right? Tell me more. I just got that whole Grease song in my head. Maybe y'all don't know.
Oh, tell me more.
Tell me more.
Amanda's ready
tell
to
me
dance.
more.
Amanda's ready to dance. I can see you.
Does he have a car?
Let's all dance.
Right. Well, that could be part of it. We could go on road together,
Oh, my God.
travel the
would be fun.
world as leaders with a heart on many different stages, and we could perform.
put that
It's a
tension
done
out.
for you service. Like, I want things to be easy. I want them to be fun. I want you to feel a space where you can get to the depth of your gift, your story, your remembrance, and share the most powerful and potent message that is available in and through you. And that's the space that I hold. I said a little bit about that earlier. I don't like to use word timelines and deadlines. We're open to receive your chapter on this date and these things. There's a schedule for everything. The formatting, the editing, all professionally designed cover, promo images, best-selling launch. All of this is included in the investment price. All of it is included. When you jump into the container, you get access to 24-hour course. So when you can't get me because you're in Malaysia, you've got a course that has videos of me. Brilliant, right? It's all at your fingertips. All the FAQs, everything you want to know about the process is there. I don't like to jump too far ahead. In fact, I like to continue to do monthly live calls for books and a monthly live call for the community of authors that I've worked with, over 100 of them in this lifetime, where we get to connect and collaborate with authors from other books. But we have calls for the book process where we actually go step by step together through the process. There are videos, there are written verbals, everything is in the course library for people who want to jump ahead or people who miss a call. All the calls are recorded. They're put right into the library. Like, you can't miss a beat here. And again, I host free community calls every month for the entire community to come together 2 times because we're serving people all over the world. Our call times also for this project have 2 times. There's a kind of a morning or mid-afternoon time, and then there's an evening like this time available so you can join us live. And I go through it step by step. We have calls to work on your chapter, to get to the meat, to hold a space for you to actually remember. Because what I've learned in these processes is when we're doing it together, it's easier. We feel more comfortable talking about who we are and getting to the meat of delivering our gift and the essence of our gift in the chapter. I talk about how to write a powerful chapter, how to write a powerful bio, how to create an offer, how to leverage, how to monetize. There's videos in there from Angel Tussey. If you've not bumped into her, she's amazing at press releases and PR and showing us how to get to our ideal spaces. I've got extensive training now on pitching to magazines, like getting our message heard far and wide, and also how to put these things on automation. Because if you're anything like me, I don't want to sit in front of this computer all day. I want to hike and make money. I want to hike and move energy. I want to hike and do these things. I want to be playing. And that's the space I hold, that we can prosper on purpose, whatever that means to you, prosperity. Maybe it means all the opportunities. Maybe it means surprise resources. Maybe it means deep connections with people and deeper collaborations and putting that together. Whatever. Everybody has something different, but that's what we get to do when we share our gifts as a community. Gone are the days where we have to do this by ourselves, because when we are, and I'm not knocking solo books at all. I think those are brilliant too. And I'm finding new ways every day of how to market a solo book to generate not only prosperity for yourself, but it's called a way showers wealth movement. It generates, kind of like your NFTs, it generates prosperity for everyone. Wealth way showers. not Amazon, way showers. Putting the ball back in our court, as Snow might like to hear, like putting the resources back in our community instead of, Amazon's great. I'm not knocking Amazon. They're a great way to get some books made at a cost-effective price and to get some best-selling author credibility. But I want to go beyond that. And I want you to be willing to go beyond that too. How can you use this book for your everyday life? Like payment, love payment. I want a testimony payments. Payment's got another publisher. He's got somebody that creates books, I guess, right there for you. I don't know how you're doing, I know I sent you all the things to do it. But there is an investment. The investment is $1,110, right? Yes.
Let me bring up the document here, share it.
Bring up the document.
Okay.
I think there is, through the 17th, all the way to Payment's birthday, there is a bonus. You can save yourself $111 and get it for $9.99. There's payment options. Your responsibility in this piece is to create a chapter of 2,500 or no more than 3,000 words.
Can you see
It
my
is to
screen?
create- I can. It
Okay.
is to create a powerful bio. Right now, what you're going to see on the screen, the theme is your gift. What is your gift in this lifetime? And the way you could write about that is who you are present time, what pivoted you to really expand in your gift, and what is your gift and how are you sharing it with the world? 3 sections. I break everything up into 3. It's a magical number. The timelines, the delivery dates are here. We're launching. We picked the launch date. It's actually a Thursday, I think. Payment. Hang on. Let me just
Oh, the
check
25th.
your.
I thought we
Hold
could.
on. Yeah, I would like to. I think I put the 25th out there, but that's fine. I've been launching on a Thursday and I like that a whole lot better because guess what? On Saturday and Sunday, you just get to sit back and receive instead of still promoting your book.
I'll make the
That's
change.
okay. Logistics are okay. 10 days from your registration date, I want to see your bio at least, or 15, and a beautiful headshot of you. That way we can get promo images, all the promo images for this for you to share in your space about what you're doing, how you're sharing your message. That's all created and sent right to your inbox. 2,500 up to 3,000 word chapter due the 20th of November. Why? Because we don't want to run into all the holiday hectic, right? We have 2 or 3 calls before that, working on how to craft your chapter, how to create it, what to write in it in case you come into a block. This is a process. I like to play in all fairness. You are going to open something in you that you did not know was there. You are going to inspire somebody by opening up that part of you that perhaps you've been told to keep a secret your whole life. And it is going to be responded by the universe, by God's source divine, with loads of compassion and grace and even more gifts. I promise you, this experience is such a beautiful process. That's why we do it together. There's
I have
live.
a question. I do have a question, Mary. Let me know when I can ask a question.
Ask it now while you've got it open.
Well, I'm interested in your distribution of the book to other markets and through other distributors other than Amazon. Do you have arrangements for that?
So no, I only upload these projects, only upload on Amazon. And what I like to teach you is how to get your own books and distribute them and make reap the resources and royalties for yourself.
Okay, because I do with my book, I have other distribution networks set up. So I'd want to know how that would be possible and the translation from the book and my part in it and how I can be empowered to make sure it gets distributed on other distribution channels.
Right. So that's something we can talk about. I think Ingram Sparks is now doing everything at no charge like Amazon. They're pretty easy to load up on. But Amazon has expanded distribution, which allows our books to be seen in more places. Payman took a step on his own to get Leaders with a Heart to another publisher. I think they're in Malaysia. I'm not sure where he brought it.
Well, I did
But
talk. I found a publisher. I'm in talks with them, so I haven't done anything yet, but we're still in the talking phase. So yes.
It depends on how you want to use it. Anais, and how you want to distribute it. And if what kind of I would be interested in hearing what kind of benefits you reaped off using these other distribution centers and how much you've paid to put your book there. So things like that are always up for discussion, but I like to make it easy.
Mhm.
It goes to the biggest distributor I know and the one that gets out globally. But aside from that, we just look for Amazon to give us credibility in that way. I really urge you to take this a whole nother step further.
Well, I
And-
worked in the publishing industry. I don't know if you've ever heard of W.W. Norton and Company.
I have not.
Well, they're a major publisher in the United States, and one of my challenges when I went to work for them was moving their catalog from my imprimatur that I worked for, getting it online. And that was still at the time when Barnes and Nobles and Borders were all open. And so it's a really interesting, we're still in transition, and I was curious about the physical book, the digital book, and the opportunities to just really get it into a really worldwide global mass market. Which
Yeah.
of course Amazon can do, but that's not the only avenue.
It's not the only avenue, but I'll tell you again, my motto is let it be easy, let it be
Mhm.
fun. And when you start getting tangled up with other things that are kind of old school, what I like about Amazon is it works with our New Earth businesses in this way that we can, what really supports our story is when we're willing to find ways to distribute the book, to give the book away, to use the book as our business card, like Payman says. We're the ones, the writers, the contributors that are going to get it farther and wider. Because
I love
Amazon's
that.
going to put it up
I
on
think
their
that's
feed.
great. Yeah, and I really, my book was published through Amazon, and when you get all the details right, it's a really good looking book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have 100% success rate with them. But again, what I love about them is now everybody knows Amazon. Like you just mentioned that publisher, I hadn't heard of them. I'm a hybrid publishing company. I just keep it like I used Ingram Sparks, but what you get with Amazon and expanded distribution is they open it up to Barnes and Noble. They open it up to some of the bigger book houses to where you can order online from those book houses. I don't know that they shelve these books, but then I start to look at the statistics of how many people are buying books at bookstores and how many people are buying things online. And
Yeah.
we know that 70%, 80% of market now is all online business.
Especially Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody knows the word Amazon, and Amazon serves so many different countries. So for me, and the way that I love to do things, it's the easiest and fastest and the heaviest hitter that I've learned over the last 3 to 5 years to get these books out far and wide and available to countries. But I always want to circle back because I don't like to I'm dependent on Amazon for two things. Right? We get the best selling and I can order my books at a reasonable cost and get
Yeah.
them pretty quickly.
And the distribution,
And then,
yeah.
and then package them up for myself because it seems far better for me that if somebody wants to know more about me and I want to say, get my book, let me mail it to you. Yes, you can pay me for it. Here's the link. Let me mail it to you myself so then I can autograph it. So none of the distributors are going to, excite from ordering. Ingram Sparks price point as far as just ordering books for myself is at a higher cost than Amazon.
Yes, agreed. I just because there are people in so many places, one of the things that I'm curious about, and things with Amazon have changed, is a list of all the available countries that the book will be available through Amazon, because it's really good to know that as well.
So when we load up these book projects, we load up for all countries. And pardon me, right now,
But
I wanna
well, all countries that Amazon will
services, right?
Yeah, right.
So I think there's maybe 13 that they service, but I believe also people that they don't have distribution, like people, I want to think somebody was in Bulgaria, but they order from Germany. So they just
Okay.
figure out which one is closer.
Mhm.
And this is the way I always answer that. If you're ordering from Amazon, anybody in the world, which Amazon do you normally order from? Because if Amazon only has these distribution centers and I'm in Bulgaria, there has to be one for me in Bulgaria. And I think it's Germany.
Yes.
So figure out which one they would normally order from. And a lot of times it goes along with addresses. But in my 5 years of playing in this realm, Amazon has been the easiest and best way to reach global markets with our books.
Absolutely.
But I also have to reflect back that the way that I lead these containers is for you to take the next step and get your book out there too.
That
'Cause
was, part of my reason for asking the question.
I want to teach you how to monetize and leverage your own book. So the royalties and the resources and the connection that you're making is not one that says, hey, go get sending people out of your prosperity palace. Instead, bring them into your palace. Bring them back to you. So yes. So I hope that answered your
you.
question. a
It
little bit.
does, thanks.
I'll share,
Yeah,
I'll
and
share,
so-
I'll share some of the ways I've been using to promote my book, and also Mary can chip in at the end of the call. But let's go first also just through the details here.
So here's your inclusions. You've got your guidance on crafting your story, writing your bio, chapter, and timelines. All of that is included. It's all housed in a Kajabi course, so you can go access it anytime. The minute you register, you get a welcome letter that also has all the call times and all of the same information on it. Professional editing. We don't take the words, we don't take the energy out of your chapter. I have the most amazing editors. Amanda can speak to that. Payman can speak to that. Really, any person that has ever worked to me can speak to that. We keep your voice in your chapter. We do some structural pieces. Everything is simply a suggestion, and you don't have to abide by all the suggestions. The editing process goes through about 2 or 3 cycles. It's not a one and done. But it's important that you get your first draft to us that we receive it by that timeline. So we have time to go through the editing process. You've got professional formatting for digital and paperback, the front and rear cover design. All this is taken care of for you. The publishing upload, the promotional and marketing support, live interviews. We love to do those after people say yes. I love to share on your page. If that's what you're looking to do, bring more energy to you. That's what these books do. We go live. We talk about why you said yes. We talk about your story. Payman and I are all about sharing voices, and we're going to go live with you anytime that we can.
And you'll be coming back on my podcast, a podcast that by then it's going to have reached over 300 episodes. It's not a podcast that was just
We'll have
started.
a group podcast
Sorry?
for it too.
Yeah.
We'll have a group podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
At lunch.
Absolutely. Like a series, like a
During lunch.
playlist. Absolutely. Yes.
As I said, we have live Zoom calls for you contributors. We meet once a month for that to talk about the book pieces. We meet once a month as a community, just to collaborate and see who else you can meet in the community. Bonus trainings on monetize and leveraging, podcast interviews. We've got links to get you on more podcasts aside from payments. You've got mine, you've got Irina, you've got Amanda's getting ready to start a YouTube. Snows. I mean, I've got a whole list of people that are just part of my community, and I've stepped into my own media firestorm with Angel Tussey. So I've get lists of podcasts from her too. Need a Guest is a great place to start promoting your practices too. And then all the royalties, we pick a charity and we send the royalties to that charity. Amazon takes about 60 or 70% of the ebook and the paperback. Yes, they take a big chunk of change, which is why I lean into teaching you how to monetize and leverage your book for yourself or with your community, so you can take some of those royalties and put them back in your own pocket, right? There's your ROI.
And as I was saying, one thing, Mary, one other thing is, because we're all leaders with a heart, want to contribute to make the world a better place. All proceeds from the sales and the launch of this book are going to go to charities. And we're going to all select a charity that either makes sense for all of us, or you can decide a charity that makes sense for you, that resonates with you, and you can then donate the proceeds to that. That's one thing. And then, that's, we're going to talk after about a couple of other things, but this
I'm
is
going to
just
reframe what you just said. If you have a charity that you like to work with, we'll do a poll and we'll put the charities in, and then we'll all pick 1 or 2 charities that we'll send it to. because if we start breaking things up into 7 and
Oh, yeah.
8 and 10,
Yeah,
that's not
Yeah.
easy and that's not fun.
No, no, absolutely. That's what I mean. Yes. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah.
Yes, but it is about giving back.
Mhm.
Again, they take 70% on launch day. Perhaps we generate $300, $400, $500, $600. It all goes to charity. It needs to go to charity. To split that up and divide that by 20 contributors is not really, it just becomes a mess.
Speaking of
When
that,
you work,
one thing I want to ask you, Mary, is something that I've seen you do over and over and over with each of your book is making sure the book becomes a #1 international bestselling on the first week, if not the first day. Tell us how you achieve that. And of course, this is also going to be the case for volume #2.
yeah, I have 100% track record on that. It's the way that I select and view categories and do all the things.
Mhm.
It's magic. It's called Mary dust, and I just sprinkle it all over the place. But yes, I have 100% success rate. I've launched over 11, 12, 13 books, solo books to best-selling, 100% success rate. And it's just a piece of what selecting the right categories and working all the magic. I do a lot of energetic magic around everything. And I will say that I have watched my colleagues not get so lucky with this.
Mm-hmm.
I have my theories behind it, but I have a 100% track record because I believe that we can create anything that we desire, and I stand behind that belief. So that is just a matter of putting some sprinkling Mary dust all over it. All I need from you to support that is, as we get through this process, I asked you to create what we call a launch pod, which is 25 people that will buy your ebook for 99 cents on launch day. And yes, I think the one that the project that took the longest to hit best-selling, I think it took 2 days, was Revolutionary Leaders. I don't know why. There was a bit of energetic gaming going on there, but it took 2 days. Usually we get our first best-selling country on launch day. And not anything for you all to worry about, as long as you create your launch pods, and all this is part of the pieces and particles that we put together. There's no surprises. When we talk about how to prepare for launch, you're asked to just get a list of names together, 25 names that you know people will buy, or a group, if you have a big group, knowing where you're going to promote the book. It's all about promotion.
I have another question. I'm just really interested in the details, because I will be using this book in alignment with my TED Talk, and the timelines are parallel and coinciding. So I should be doing that TED Talk in January. The book will be coming out in January. And so I'm wondering if you have specific dates already set for the calls. And if you say once a month, if the book gets published in January, that means that we would meet in November and December and January. What are your dates for those calls, for the group calls?
So those call schedules are October, November, January. We have a call on October 10th. We have a call on November. There's a whole schedule of this in mind. Let me just look at this planner. November 7th, there is a call. There's 2 times. There's morning, or what I call morning in PST. So it's early afternoon. And there's an evening call. December's call is on December 7th. On January, it's January 11th. Our plan is, as long as everybody delivers their deliverables in a timely fashion, we are scheduled to launch on Thursday, the 25th.
Okay, so that's just
register. Yep, you get that whole list of, you get a whole schedule of that.
okay.
So you
Thanks.
can put it in your calendar.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
And Mary, one thing for volume #1, I remember it reached #1 status within the first day, and what, 5 or 6 countries in 19 or 20 categories? something along those lines?
So categories are a little bit different now. Everything changed in June. So it's not how many categories. It's, we can pick 3 categories and we hope to get one in all categories. They changed that whole system. And we got four countries, I think. My record is 6 countries, and that just happened last week, the week after last, when we launched Soul Love. That was a record of 6 categories, and that was a record, again, with my colleagues. When we have a colleagues group and we share, and so that's the most categories so far. Most people only hit 5 categories. So it was a love book. It was all on Soul Love, so it doesn't surprise me that we got 6 countries. We probably could have got 7. It just depends on where we have people. But we've got Netherlands and France.
Yeah.
It just depends on who the collaboration team is. With Leaders with a Heart, I think we had a lot of US and Canada that time. So we had Australia, UK, US, and Canada with Leaders with a Heart.
Okay,
But yeah,
so you would be
back then-
open to contacts in Belgium, in Bulgaria, in.
They don't have a distribution center. That would all fall under Germany, I think.
Yes.
So,
Okay, but that could be part of a pod, right? To
oh yeah, absolutely, yes, yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
thanks.
Yeah, I think that's how we got the France. We didn't have any contributors for Soul Love in France, but we had somebody that had groups in France.
Mhm.
With my first book, Align Leaders, we got Spain because I had a contributor in Spain. But anybody that you're a part of group in, I mean, we could get it in all of the countries if we have a high volume of people in those countries. But my record is 6, and that just happened 2 weeks ago. And it is a record that my community of colleagues have
wonderful.
not. Yeah, we were super excited.
Sure.
But
Mary.
again, it was a love book, so I don't.
Mary, my little pinky, which is my most trusted advisor, is telling me that we may crush this this record and it's seven countries. And that little
Yeah, I
guy
imagine
has never
that we
let me
could.
down.
No, I imagine that we could, because this is a big global project. So I don't put limits on anything. I just am open to receive everything.
We have
So
3 people in Asia, so we can even target for Singapore, because Singapore has a distribution center, Amazon Singapore. So guys,
I mean,
Snow, Mohammed,
Philippines,
Mo,
yeah,
and
yeah,
with 3
yeah,
of us,
there's a-
we'll go after Singapore.
Yeah.
so
There's
everything
some really interesting
basically
opportunities. Yeah.
is done for you. It's delivered to you. It's shared with you, all the bits and pieces. Bye, Snow. And so
Thank you,
this
brother.
is
I
your
appreciate
piece
that.
right here. These are your investment levels. USD early bird gets you 111 off by October 18th. I thought it was the 17th. By October 18th, makes it 999 USD. You do have that. That's a pay in full option, but you do have a payment option here, which is 3 monthly payments of 400 USD. So it is one of the lowest prices. All of my prices have gone up. I'm so happy about that. Probably because I have a 100% success rate. I love Payman. I want to support Payman's vision. And so this is what we have to offer. And it is,
Wonderful. Yeah.
yeah, it is a very good price point, and I'm just happy to share stories. Let's just face it.
I just want to say thank you,
Right.
Mary, because this is my, I mean, I'm celebrating 3 major things. First, the 3rd anniversary of my podcast, second, 300th episode, and then of course, my birthday. So for all of that, that's why you graciously offered this. Your rates currently are what, $1,400-$1,500? Something like that?
Yeah, 1444 is my level 1 now, and then I have a level 2 for some books at 1999, and then I have a level 3, which includes my mastermind program. So it's all part of it. But I will tell you that you are going to get more value than you can ever imagine out of this. I don't know if Amanda can speak to that, but you really get a lot more value than I can write down on paper, because I give you all of me and everything. So whether you catch it or not, sometimes it's too much for people. So they just get you get what you need. And if you want more, I'm always adding value. So.
Amanda, you want to
Any
share
other
your experience?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
So, we always forget that piece.
Yeah. Yeah. The networking for me is amazing, and the visibility is amazing. Of course, my big thing is promoting my international group, and it's also the shape cards, but basically, the community. And so the more people that I get to network with, it just keeps expanding. So my group has grown leaps and bounds. Like Mary said, my idea for the shape cards, that was, a dream, and came true just after Mary read my story. And the friendships that I've gained too. I mean, it's just been so amazing. My heart has just expanded, and for me, it's the message that's being brought everywhere. The podcasts that I've been able to be on, the stages, just to be able to spread my message of joy in any way that I can. And there's been so many ways to do it.
Absolutely. Mary, you want to talk about the benefits of being a contributor and #1 international best-selling author and a multi-authored book? And I'll say my feedback after, but first you tell us some of the benefits.
Yeah, so I follow the VIP benefits: visibility, impact, and prospering on purpose. You instantly increase your visibility instantly, because there's other contributors with other connections in other communities that we instantly get to tap into. As Amanda just said, she grew her group after that one book. I think she was going for 500 or getting to 300. I think we were trying to get to 300 and just bringing herself into that, she was able to increase that. And then before you knew it, a month later, I think she was at 500. So the amount of visibility, the amount of stages that you get to get on, the people that you meet, the places that you get to share your message, especially because you have this credibility now as a #1 international best-selling author. Listen, I'd like to drop all the titles and the labels one day too. And in parts of my real life, I do, but there are still people that need to see that in order to move closer to you. I mean, I'm telling the truth. They want to see some kind of form that you are an expert in your field, or you are an expert. And having that #1 international best-selling piece, you are in the 2% of the population that has taken that kind of step, really literally had the balls to move forward in it and share their story in this way. The impact that you create behind that, we already talked about all that. I think I shared it in the beginning with my story, how it's impacted so many. It's not just a ripple anymore, it's a wave. It is a wave that when we share our hearts with the world, they then feel permission. They feel like it's okay for them. It's just like setting an example, just like Mo does with he looks good, he dresses good, he puts off a good vibration. It's an example that we get to set. We don't have to hide behind our shame. In fact, we're not going to create an impact if we're hiding behind all the ways that we've become who we are. It's not going to impact anybody if we don't share it on podcasts, on stages, in books. And books last a lifetime. Let's face it. They might be burning them one day for some strange reason, but they're useful. It's a legacy that you're leaving behind for generations behind you. Having a story and a book of how you anchored in and shared your gifts, and the universe gives back. My first year in this industry, I hit 6 figures, whether you want to talk about money or not. I hit 6 figures. And what that allows me to do is to share my story more. So I could invest in a TEDx coach. So I could get my stories and my voices. And I just don't go by myself. We are all going along for this ride together. I share all the value of all the investments I've made after this to continue to prosper on purpose. What I've learned is I spent 25 years of my life striving to achieve success. And a lot of that came with dollar amounts. And when I decided to put all that away, and yes, it shape-shifted my life through divorce and through custody and through all the crap, right? Finding the happy in the crappy. When I step into my deepest level of authenticity, when I've claimed who I am in my stories and I stood in that, opportunities that provide financial resources are in my face every moment of every day. In fact, I'm in a place where I have all these dump trucks full of gold and I'm a little tired right now. Like, somebody help me shovel them. That I am now creating communities, because when I get out on stage, maybe I'm not going to have as much time to be here, but I want to have the best experts and leaders to send people to. It creates a massive amount of community. And the way they've moved it towards me is called a Way Showers Wealth Movement, where it's not about giving Amazon all our money anymore. It's about circulating it, a well of prosperity, a wealth movement, a circulating it between one another by connecting and collaborating with one another. This is how we do it. Again, like Snow's NFT thing, this is how we do it. We bring people back to each other. Like the Amazon thing you just told me, I don't want you. I want to launch on Amazon and I want to use them for what they're good for. And then I want you to take your book and create an impact with it. Because you're the only one that's going to be able to create the impact with your book, really create the impact. So I call it VIP, visibility, impact, and prosperity.
I love that. And just to piggyback on that, I will share with you guys how some of the things I learned to my experience of doing 3 books with Mary, 2 as a contributor and 1 as my own book. As I always keep saying, you're not going to get rich selling these books unless you have a massive audience and you're able to sell 50 to 100 copies from your own website. In that case, yes, you can make an extra 6 figures. But the way you can really leverage that and get the highest ROI return, opportunity. What is Mary?
Receive opportunity.
Yeah.
Receive opportunities immediately.
Yes. In that case, for me, it's been using my book as a business card for guys that now that the world is open again, when you meet people and you go to events, use your book as a business card. You guys saw me, Mo and Snow. I went to network event. When people ask me, nice meeting you, can I have your business card? I say, I don't have a business card, but here's my book. I swear to you guys, you should see the reaction. Snow and Mo, you guys saw some of these people's reaction. What? You have a book? Because again, nothing screams expertise more than a book. Expertise, leadership, and authority. Because when you give someone a book, it automatically elevates you in their eyes to being seen as an expert, authority, and a leader. And I can tell you how many people I've had approach me and became clients as a result of that. Because again, and let's face it, business cards, 99% of the time, they end up in the bin. And the ones that you keep, after a day or 2, you have no idea who's that from. But a book, nobody's going to throw it. Sure, it might sit on the desk, on the shelf for a few weeks or a few months, but one day they will pick it up with someone in the office, in the house, and say, hey, who's that from? Oh, I remember this guy. I remember this woman. And then they will reach out to you. So use your book as a business card. For someone like you, Mo, for example, you're all in the fashion and making people look good and all that. This is a no-brainer. You should, I swear to you, just test it. Once you get your book, go with that to events and just give your book, use your book as a business card. That's kind of same thing for you, Snow, for your events. You know, KL is very productive for events. Do that, brother. I can't wait to get back to KL and put that to use with all of you guys together. Amanda, for you, spreading your smiles. Do that. Put your cards inside your book and just distribute that. Anais, when you go to your TEDx talk to the organizers and see if you can bring and give a book as a gift to every attendee. Sure, it's going to be an investment, but you only need one client to that's going to pay more than off for the book. So that way the book can be really transformational, can really set you apart from and elevate you from make competition irrelevant. So that's how I've been able to completely, really change the game because of those books. So this is my experience. Another thing that you can really benefit from this is, again, however number of contributors will be in this group, think of this as each contributor bringing their own network, their own connection. So let's say, for example, you get in Anais Amanda said she has a group of 800 people. That gives you access to 800 people for you to do joint ventures and to collaborate. Mary, you have a gazillion people in your network. Same thing here. Snow. Look at this as compounding, as expanding exponentially. because again, we work together. The main benefit is the networking. You tap into each other's network. That's why I say, don't be shy, connect, talk with each other, see how you guys can collaborate. We're all in this to collaborate. All of this is win-win. 1 + 1 = 11. So this is my motto. We all win together. So this way, if you use that, when you use that, this is going to be a game changer for you, for your business, for your vision, for everything, the impact, in order for you to share your gifts, not just in this book, but to share your gifts around you and around the world in your business to make the world a better place and inspire others. So that's my talk. Oh, and one thing, Mary, I want to run by you. I don't know. I should have run that by you earlier, but you know, I am very spontaneous and I did just flashed in. We only had 2 people that sign up. For the next 2 people that sign up, maybe we can offer them to have their name at the front, just like the volume 1. Again, it's okay if you say no. I know I should have run that by you, but hey, I'm just being straight up and just being very spontaneous, you know?
Oh, yeah, I'll set up right now. I'll be the first to set up right now. For the
Oh,
front cover.
beautiful.
No.
All right.
Hey, man, it's a joke. It's a joke, brother.
Oh,
Easy,
come
easy.
on, you broke my heart. No, I'm just joking. So, Mary, again, up to you. If you, so we can.
Well,
afford
I think
people.
we should probably talk about that, because how does that feel for the other people that didn't get that offer?
Yeah,
I
that's-
think this is just me personally. I don't think you have to do another thing or add another bonus. I
Okay.
think that it is a beautiful package. I think that the details are clear. I'm a details person. I have like 5 planets in Virgo. I am like super
Oh, yeah.
detailed. I want to know everything. And so and speaking of that, my question is, because I'm already thinking of people that I know in my communities, on my email list, my JV partners, I would love to know that I can get a copy of this recording from you payment,
Absolutely.
because I could do a Zoom with people that I know and show them what this is about and how they could become part of the pods that, for me, that would move this forward. So that's something that I would be doing in prep and getting that like started next week or whenever, right? Just move it all the way through and get it organized. And the kinds of information that you guys shared in this Zoom meeting is the kind of information that not only will other people who are interested in what I do be very happy in all kinds of different countries to be supportive and be part of my group of 25, but may also be people, Mary, who will be so excited by what you're offering that they will absolutely want to be part of one of your projects. So that was my last question. I'm going to shut up and there you go.
Absolutely, Anais. I would love to, and I will have the replay prepared by the time you guys gonna sleep. By the time you guys wake up, you will have it. It's early morning news. I have all day to work on it.
Very
You'll get it.
helpful. Very
Yes.
helpful for this process. For me personally, it would be very helpful. Thank you.
Very welcome. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate that. I just want to add an extra. Again, maybe I was a little bit too crazy. Mary knows me. I'm very spontaneous, but you know.
It's already so good. Trust
Thank
me.
you. Thank
I'm
you.
a
Thank you.
shopper. I am a shopper and 5 planets in Virgo. This is really, really good.
Thank
Okay,
you. Thank you.
it's
Thank
good.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Any questions, guys?
Amanda has a question.
Yes,
I
please
gotta
go ahead.
jump, guys. See you guys later. Oh,
Thanks,
oh, wait.
brother. Have a good day.
See you,
Thank you.
brother.
Another point that I had wanted to bring up from my experience of what I do is after the book launches or for the physical book, we get a discounted price. Mary lowers it for us as an author, and I buy in bulk. And so that way, when I buy, sometimes 70 copies, and I've got, I still have Sacred Surrender copies, I think still, but for whatever comes up, like you have like your TED Talk, but beyond that TED Talk, you may have other things that you want to autograph your book or whatever. So I just wanted to offer, that's one of the things that I do is buy in bulk so that you can do whatever
Yeah.
you want with it after. And Where do I sign up?
The link is
Uh,
right here.
uh,
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link
Great.
on the group, and I'll send you all of you guys a copy of this document, 2-page document. It's very straightforward. All the information is here. If you're ready to, when you're ready to rock and roll, just sign up. Any question, just reach out to me or Mary. You guys are all already in the Facebook group. Mo and Snow, I think you're already in the group. I will add you in the group. So yeah, one thing I want to say concerning the cost, the price that Amazon offers absolutely unbeatable because of the massive selling price available. It's like what, $5.99 US per book. When I was in Kuala Lumpur, I went around. When I went to the event, I asked for local printers how much they would charge to print me a copy, and Amazon was still the better price. Everybody was charging, quoting me over 50 ringgit, which is about 11 US dollars, whereas Amazon is $6. So I even ended up, while I was in Malaysia, ordering directly from Amazon and eating up $30, $40 shipping fee per book, not per book, but for the container. So it was a lot cheaper. So again, on that end, the Amazon's rate to receive a bunch of copies of the book, and also because Mary lowers it graciously to what is it, wholesale price, publisher's price, author's price, which is just unheard of, and just order a bunch of them. And again, use that as a business card. Give it to your prospects, people that want to work with you. Hey, here's my book. You will learn more about me and what I do. And that's going to really wow them and really set yourself apart.
It's called author's, it's the author's price, and it depends on the amount of pages or the amount of chapters. But I usually, once I can get you that price, I let you know, and we lower it before we even launch the paperback, so you can go get your own paperbacks, and we move through that process. But yes, thanks for reminding us of that, Amanda, that you do get to do that. And I'm all for selling your books, especially from stages. If you, I mean, one of the biggest points, and you'll see this a lot if you've been getting on a lot of stages, is people sell their book from stages. And you just have them meet you. You can connect with people. Meet me in the back of the room. I have some of my books available for $10, whatever. You get to make this, you know, you invite them to meet with you, especially if you're on stages. That works really well with books. And, you know, at least I know that you're doing your TEDx next year, but that works really well. I mean, yes, you can give things away. I love that too. But when are we going to start valuing our stuff? Just saying.
Speaking of
I
stage,
feel you, Mary. I feel you. I was just at a high school reunion and I took my book. Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, you
I took
can give
copies
things
of my
away.
book.
I think it's okay, but at some level of yourself, maybe you say, I give 3 away and I charge $10 for the next 3 or something, because this is a move, and this is where my Wayshowers Wealth Movement mind comes in. Like, for too long, we have been devaluing everything in this way. And it's not until we decide to change the rules, do the rules get changed. So if you're going to be speaking on stages with this book, you better sell that book off the stage. You better say, meet me at the back. I'll give you a great price on it, but meet me at the back, because we need to teach people. There's a learning process here, that this is valuable. This is a valuable piece of information. These books are valuable. And until we start treating them with the value that they are, that's all. I love you, Payman. I love your ideas too.
Thank
I'm
you.
just saying, also have another level where you're.
Yes. Speaking of stages, we have a professional stage speaker here, Mo, who spoke to stages of thousands of people before. Next time you go, just tell them, hey guys, here's my book. You want to get a copy? Come to see me at the back. And you can either give it to them, or you can just like Mary said, charge $10, like what, 50 ringgits, which is a no-brainer for a beautiful book, a book that's actually full of wisdom. It's actually a gift, collection of gifts.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Absolutely.
set yourself a mindset. Like, I'll give 10 books away and I'll sell 10 books this month. That would be make it balance it. Balance your pieces there. That's my food for thought.
All right, thank you. Amazing food, delicious food for thoughts. Any question, guys? Parting questions? Amanda? All right. Anais?
Really appreciate the clarity and the thoughtfulness that this has been presented with. And I'm still in my decision-making process, but I really feel the value in it. And I have to match it in alignment with the timing, but it's really looking good. So I just have to do my steps. Please don't feel that I'm hesitant or I don't think it's great. I have to do my steps.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Brother Snow, any questions? All right. Let's rock
No
and roll.
questions, comments.
Sorry?
No questions, no comments. I think I need glasses. My eyes are bothering me looking at this screen.
Okay. Mo, brother, any questions?
No, thank you very much. Everything was crystal clear. Thank you very much.
Pleasure's all mine. Listen, guys, if you have no more questions, thank you for your time, for your evening, and for Mo and Snow for your early morning, to start with us and share it with us. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing. I'm honored and blessed that our path crossed, and all of that started because of this. All of you guys, I've known you because of this. This has changed my life, and I'm beyond honored for that. So listen, I'm beyond grateful. Thank you. I'm very much looking forward to welcoming all and the book. It would be an absolute honor to have you with us in this beautiful journey and this wonderful, empowering, inspiring adventure that we're going to all embark on to share our gifts and make the world a better place, inspire other people to do good. So Mary, any
Thank you,
parting words?
Kevin. Thank you.
Very welcome. Any
Thank
parting
you for
words?
inviting me. Thank
It was
you.
such a delight to meet all of you and to be present with you. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up and being willing to share your story.
Pleasure's all mine. So have a good day. Have a fantabulous day for those of you in this side of the world, and for those of you in North America, have a fantabulous evening. Talk to you very soon. Any question, reach out to me, and I'd be happy to get on calls. We're looking forward to our call, Anais and Amanda soon. Mo, brother, absolutely loved your story yesterday. Let's talk soon again. Any question, I'm here for you. So yeah, take care, everybody. God
Thank
bless.
you once again
care.
for the invitation.
welcome.
Fantastic people.
Take care.
Hope to see you
Cheers.
again.
I
Bye-bye.
salute you all. You're two leaders with a heart. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.